This is Laura Loomer, if you're unfamiliar with her. She's a full-blown Nazi. She is a Nazi. I mean, she loves Hitler. That's what I mean when I say that. Anyway, she just put out a tweet that said, Joe Biden is reportedly having a medical emergency on Air Force One right now. Press access has been removed. And it was false. It went viral, and it was fake. She made it up. Biden did not have a medical emergency on anything. He was fine. A community note appears under it that says the White House press pool verified Joe Biden landed without incident as scheduled in Wilmington, Delaware. Biden can be seen departing on his own from Air Force One as well. And they have links for all this stuff. And then she responds with like a quote from the community note. Poole did not see the president when the motorcade arrived outside of Joe Biden's home. So where is he? And why were reporters who were set to travel with Biden on Air Force One today told they couldn't do so abruptly? And she like quoted some press pool report or something. And once again, community note, this is common language in press pool reports indicating the pool reporter did not engage with the president when he arrived at home. So she just made this up, presumably, and like double and triple down on it. If you don't know Laura Loomer, let's talk about her for a second. Here's a tweet of her standing in front of a crowd of black people, and it says, "Greetings from Africa. JK, this is New York City." What is wrong with her? I'm just trying to give you an idea of who she is. This should drive it home, too. This clip is from mid-August 2022, when she's running for Congress in Florida.
I have this kind of a blessing, but it's also a curse where I'm able to see things coming years ahead of when they actually happen, right? And
totally.
Of course, that's when people call you a conspiracy theorist, because they say, oh, that's so crazy, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I kind of do.
I knew that big tech was going to try to steal the election in 2020, and people said I was nuts. I knew they were going to ban Donald.
Are you kidding me? Donald Trump is saying they were going to steal the election for like a year before the election happened. He's building up, this big fear campaign so that he could claim that he was wronged after the election, after he lost. Give me a break. Wow, she's so super psychic, right?
And people said I was nuts. I knew they were going to ban Donald Trump. People said I was nuts. And I felt like I had to run for office in order to make a difference, because I don't see anybody in the party doing anything to stop this, I'm not saying that I'm a psychic, but...
Isn't that exactly what she said a minute ago?
I am saying that there are people who do, have abilities, right? I mean, it's called prophecy. I'm not saying that I'm a prophet, but what...
That's literally what she's saying.
I am saying is that everything that I've predicted has happened. Everything that I said was going to happen has come true.
I'm not a prophet. It's just that I know the future before it happens. Okay.
And so perhaps people should listen to what I say, because I have a pretty strong batting record.
No, she has a batting record of 0. Okay, she gets things wrong more often than she gets them right. And if you follow this tweet that she put out, this is the original tweet. Joe Biden's reportedly having a medical emergency on Air Force One right now. Got 15,000 likes, 20 million views. And when she was community noted, she disagreed with it. I was looking for her response. I don't see it in here, but her response basically was, you wait and see. It'll be proven that he had a medical event, and you're going to be wrong, and you're going to have to eat those words and apologize. I don't remember what her words were, but that's the basic, that's the gist of it. She has a batting record of 0. She just claims to have a better batting record than that. Quick interjection. This won't take long, I promise. I just want to say I'd appreciate it if you check my Patreon. OwenMorgan.com/Patreon to find it. YouTube's algorithm goes up and down, so I can never predict where it's going to be. Having patrons gives me some level of stability. Okay, back to the video. Here's Donald Trump shouting her out by name.
Really taken the country by storm. Very powerful person, very strong person, very courageous person, a warrior. Laura Loomer. Laura, where are you? Thank you, Laura. Great job you do.
Colossal scumbag, both of them. Here is Laura Loomer calling Kanye West's cell phone while he was on Alex Jones's show.
Laura, we're live. What's up? This is Laura Loomer.
I'm watching live. I saw you just said that you wanted me to call in, so I'm calling in. Well, how does she have your number?
Well, she called me because she had some concerns about Milo running my campaign.
Seriously, I've really studied a lot of history. Plus, I had family that was there.
Oh, yeah, and this one is Kanye West on the same show saying that he loves Hitler.
And so, I mean, I don't think Hitler was a good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing.
Do not compliment Nazi uniforms. They sucked. Americans were better.
But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
Doesn't get clearer than that, right? She is associated with Nazis, and she herself is a Nazi. She's said a whole bunch of Nazi stuff in the past, and I don't feel like pulling it all up. Like, I can only play some clips, but you get the idea of who she is, right? One more clip that I want to show you that oh God, I love it. I love it to death. I love everything about it. This is a Nazi crying. She's sad because she lost her election. I play this every time I talk about her because I love it so much. You guys are going to have to deal with this clip until the end of time because it's so fantastic. Listen to this Nazi crying because she lost.
We are losing our country because of big tech election interference. And I am pleading with the Republican Party to please start taking this issue seriously. Please. Because the American people deserve representation. And that's why I ran for Congress in 2020. It's why I ran for Congress in 2022. And it's why I'm going to keep fighting for all of you. I'm never going to.
What a colossal scumbag, but oh my God, I love watching Nazis cry. It's something that like really gets me right here about it, you know? Her first claim to fame, I guess, was being banned from Twitter like forever ago. I'm not sure exactly when she was banned. I don't remember, but she went on a social media tirade. It was so funny. Listen to what she said when she got banned.
And called me crazy, but what are they doing? I want to know what people are actually going to do. My life is ruined. Does anybody understand how ruined my life is? I'm sick of it. I don't want to listen to people tell me that I'm a conspiracy theorist. They don't know what it's like to be me. My life is ruined, Alex.
I think this is on Alex Jones after she was banned from Twitter. Yeah. I love it, dude. Her life is ruined. Because she didn't have Twitter. What is she smoking? That is crazy. My God, dude. I'm sorry. Again, it gets me right here to see her upset. I just love it. I love everything about it. She's trying to contribute fascist ideology to society by tweeting conspiracy theories, and she gets removed from Twitter. I love it. I don't want her to suffer for suffering's sake. But when she fails to accomplish the goal of ruining somebody's life, I love everything about it. Yeah, she went on this kill stream thing. This one is from mid-August 2022. It's about 2 or 3 months before she called Kanye West on InfoWars while he was talking about how great Hitler is. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. One more thing. She's Jewish. Or she was like born into a Jewish family or something like that. But she's one of the good Jews, you know, the ones that like fight against Jews, as if Hitler wouldn't have killed her just as easily as anybody else. You know, there was actually a group called Jews for Hitler in Germany in the 30s. It was officially disbanded and banned in 1935, I believe, like 2 years after Hitler took control and turned it into a dictatorship. She would have been there. She would have been one of those Jews for Hitler.
I'm a really big supporter of the Christian nationalist movement. I support Christians. I'm going to fight for Christians. I'm going to fight for white people. I'm going to fight for, nationalist movements. I'm going to fight against the anti-white racism that is being, perpetuated. I'm going to fight for all Americans, really. All freedom-loving Americans.
Oh, all freedom-loving Americans. Not all Americans, just the ones that she likes the best. I got it. And only the white ones and only the Christian ones. Okay, got it. She said she's going to fight for nationalists. Nationalism is directly responsible, one-to-one cause and effect. It's directly responsible for Hitler's rise to power. Nationalism is an extreme, overbearing belief that your country or your thing, whatever it is, it's usually tied to another word too, white nationalist, Christian nationalist, whatever. It's the belief that whatever group you're a part of has the sole right to rule. Nobody else has any authority in the world to rule. The United States, for example, should control the Japanese government. That would be like a U.S. nationalist. A Christian nationalist believes all other governments are completely invalidated, and Christian nationalists should control everything. And they want to do it by force. That's the nature of nationalism. And they want to force everybody in those governments to be that thing. So she's saying that she wants to bring back another Nazi regime when she says this.
Americans, really. All freedom-loving Americans, regardless of their background. But there is clearly a war on white people. There's clearly a war on Christianity in this country. Even though I am Jewish, I'm still going to fight for Christian nationalists. And I find that most of my friends and most of my allies and most of the people who I associate these days with are Christian nationalists.
And she thinks that they're going to spare her. Again, Christian nationalists and nationalists of any kind don't want anybody else in the country or in their, under their rule. They want to force you to be this thing or that thing. And Hitler knew that he couldn't convert Jews out of being Jewish, if for no other reason than because it's also an ethnicity, right? So he took the only other route he could, which is to take them all out. And, people say that Hitler just wanted them out of Germany. He's just complaining about immigrants being in his country. And that's true. He was complaining about immigrants, but the Jews in Germany were not immigrants. They had lived there for hundreds of years, generations upon generations. And Hitler instructed Germany to stop approving passports or prevent Jews from leaving anymore. That's a pretty clear indication that he wanted to just take them all out, right? It wasn't about getting them out of his country. You know why? Because under nationalism, everybody should be under that umbrella. Everybody. It would be useless for Jews to flee to Spain or something because he wants to control Spain. And he wants to keep them here so he can deal with the problem now and he doesn't have to deal with it later where they can organize and fight against him. That's nationalism. That is what Laura Loomer was fighting for, or is fighting for. It's psychotic. She thinks she's going to be spared. Anyway, tell me what you think about it in the comments. She's just shameless. Let's just look at the comment thread real quick. Joe Biden is reportedly having a medical emergency on Air Force One right now. Look at the comment thread under this. 2,000 likes. I'm actually hoping the guy's okay. I want him out of office, but I don't want to see this. I'm glad to see that that's the top response. That's a good... Oh, it's not the top response. I'm sorry. That goes to somebody else. But that's a good response. I like that a lot. Though I don't want Biden out of office either. I want him in office. But that's reasonable, rational debate or conversation or whatever, discourse that is acceptable to me. You want Biden out? Argue with me about it. Tell me why. Don't wish death on him. And then here seems to be the top response to this cat turd. He's a podcaster and Facebook person. I'm not sure. Really, really big and influential. I think he's been retweeted by Trump and stuff. He says, "Where's Hillary?" Where's Hillary? What does Hillary have to do with Joe Biden supposedly having a medical emergency? Why do I care where Hillary is? There is nothing knocking around up there, is there, other than hate Hillary, hate Biden, hate. No offense, but so far I haven't seen or heard any other information about this report. Where did you get this information? Something isn't right with this post. If this were actually true, it would be on every major news network within seconds. Yep, absolutely. She just made it up, presumably. Delete this post, says somebody. That has 1.4 thousand likes. Source? Laura, how many Botox shots can one have to the face before it becomes a medical emergency? Asking for a friend. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's kind of attacking her appearance, and that's lowbrow, so I didn't go there. Is Hillary with him? Why do people keep asking where Hillary is and if she's with him? I don't understand. Is Hillary Clinton close by? Are you serious? What does this mean? Does anybody else get this? Oh, that's convenient, we didn't see this happen. That means they're going to make up an excuse why he has to drop out. Oh my God, people. Elder abuse, here we go. And that's how they do it. Apparently, this guy is like convinced that Biden is going to drop out of the race and be replaced with somebody else. It's just absurd. Look, that may happen. I doubt it. I deeply doubt Biden is going to leave the race. He's going to run in 2024, and that's just what it is. But the fact that they're making this claim at all is just wild to me. Like, I would never brazenly, openly, unabashedly claim Donald Trump's going to be replaced before the nomination happens. Donald Trump's going to be replaced as the candidate. At best, I would at least hedge. I'd say, well, I think that might happen. I don't know. This guy's just saying they're going to do it. It's going to happen. Just wait and see. Like, the confidence in these people is astounding. Okay, here's a tweet from Truth Justice under Laura Loomer's tweet. Happening now, Joe Biden is reportedly having a medical emergency on Air Force One right now. Press access has been removed, Laura Loomer. And then he like retweeted a thing about like vaccines or something, about vaccine deaths or whatever. So he thinks that Biden got the vaccine 3 years ago, or 2, or whatever, however long, and now it's causing death in like an 80-year-old guy. Okay, that's an opinion, I suppose. God, these people, dude. They killed him. The regime is ruthless, this person says. How do these people function on a day-to-day basis? Like, they will fall for absolutely anything. Anyway, tell me what you think about this in the comments.